Hi friends, welcome to free CCNA packet tracer labs for beginners. In this video, we are going to configure VLANs and trunking. We will design this topology with two VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. And here we have two switches S1 and S2, and we will configure a trunking in between these switches S1 and S2, so that all the tagged frames will pass from S1 to S2 or from S2 to S1 using this single link. Friends, before coming to this lab, if you wish to get these type of CCNA videos, consider subscribing, and also don't forget to enable the bell icon so that you will not miss any future videos. And also, if you wish to get any technical support, you can contact our team. Details are given in the description below. Here is our CISCO packet tracer. First of all, we will design the topology. We need two switches, 2960 series. Rename as S1 and this is S2. We will connect these two switches using copper crossover from gigabit Ethernet 0/1 to gigabit Ethernet 0/1 in S2. We will add PCs. Coming to edge devices, PC, consider this is IT PC1 and this is IT PC2. This is HR PC1 and this is HR PC2. Coming to connections, choose copper straight through from S1 fast Ethernet 0/1 to this IT PC1 fast Ethernet 0. Then from S2 fast Ethernet 0/1 to this IT PC-2. Again from S1 fast Ethernet FA 0/13 to this HR PC1. From S2 fast Ethernet 0/13 to this HR-PC2. So as I told in the beginning, here we have two VLANs, VLAN 10 that is IT, then VLAN 20 that is HR. So we will highlight same VLAN, VLAN 10, so that is IT. So this IT PC1 is in VLAN 10 and IT PC2 also in VLAN 10. Then HR-PC1 is in VLAN 20, HR-PC2 also in VLAN 20. Here we segmented layer 2 device. So here we have one subnet and here we have another subnet. Okay, this is VLAN 10. You will give the name as IT. Here we will use 192.168.10.0/24 network. And we will assign these ports FA 0/1 till 12. This is VLAN 20 HR, and here we will use this network address 192.168.20.0/24. and ports from FA0/13 till 24. Here we will update our VLAN table. So VLAN ID, we have 10. VLAN name is IT. Then network address, we will use 192.168.10.0/24. Then port assignment from FA0/1 till 12. Now VLAN ID 20. VLAN name is HR. And here we will use the network address 192.168.20.0/24. Then port assignment FA 0/13 till 24. Now we will update this addressing table. Here we are going to give IP address for these end devices: IT PC1, IT PC2, HR PC1 and HR PC2. We are not going to assign IP address to these switches S1 and S2. So that we will see in the next video. We will have a little more advanced VLANs and trunking configuration. Right. So here device we have IT-PC1. So interface NIC. Here we will use IP address 192.168.10.10. Then subnet mask, default subnet mask. This PC is connected to S1 FA0/1. Now we have IT-PC2. Interface is a NIC. Then IP address 192.168.10. From the same subnet 11. Then subnet mask. So this PC is connected to S2 FA0/1. Next we have HR-PC1. Interface is NIC. Here we will use the IP address 192.168.20.10. Then subnet mask. This PC is connected to S1 FA0/13. Also we have HR-PC2. Interface NIC. Here we will use 192.168.20.11. Then subnet mask. Connected to S2 FA0/13. Our addressing table is ready, and here we already told the link between S1 and S2 should be trunking. So that means G0/1 in S1 as well as S2 should be trunking. So coming to our VLAN table, here we can give S1, S2, G0/1. So it should be trunk. And here also these interfaces on S1 as well as on S2. Okay, and here also. Okay, now coming back to our topology. Here first of all we will set IP address to these end devices. So first of all, coming to IT-PC1 IP configuration, then we will give the IP address 192.168.10.10. Coming to IT-PC2 desktop IP configuration, 192.168.10.11. 10.11 sum to mask. Coming to HR-PC1 desktop IP configuration 192.168.20.10, then sum to mask. Coming to HR-PC2 desktop IP configuration 192.168.20.11. Next, we will create the VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Then we will assign ports to its respective VLAN. So we have to do it in both S1 as well as S2. So first of all, coming to S1, enable conf t. We will set the host name as S1. Create the VLAN. So VLAN 10 name is IT. VLAN 20 name is HR. Okay, we can verify this. End show VLAN brief. So here we can see these VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 created. Now here we can see all these ports, they are assigned to default to VLAN, that is in VLAN 1. So now we are going to assign ports to its respective VLAN. So we have to go to interfaces, conf t, interface as a range fa0/1 till 12. These ports should be in VLAN 10. Switch port to mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Now we will go to interface as a range fa0/13 till 24. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. End copy run space start. Okay, we will verify it. Show VLAN brief. Now here we can see these ports from fa0/1 till fa0/12 assigned to VLAN 10. Then from fa0/13 till fa0/24, these ports are assigned to VLAN 20. Next we will do it in this switch S2. Coming to S2 CLI, enable configure terminal. We can give conf t. We will set the host name as S2. Create the VLANs, VLAN 10, its name is IT. VLAN 20, its name is HR. Now we will assign ports to these respective VLANs. So we can go to interface as a range fa0/1 till 12. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Now we will go to interface as a range fa0/13 till 24. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. We can verify the configuration and make sure that you save from running to startup. Copy run space start. Now we will give show VLAN brief. And here we can see we created VLAN 10 named IT, VLAN 20 named HR. Also we assigned ports to its respective VLAN. So we can see these two PCs are in VLAN 10 and these two PCs are in VLAN 20. Now we will test the connectivity here. We will ping from this IT PC1 to IT PC2. Will it communicate? No, it's not going to communicate because we can see this IT-PC1 is in VLAN 10. This port FA0/1 we assign to VLAN 10. But this interface G0/1, this is in default to VLAN. And here this port FA0/1 we assign to VLAN 10. Hence these PCs are not going to communicate each other. So we have to make this interface, the link between S1 and S2 as trunking, so that this link will allow the VLANs 10 as well as VLAN 20 to pass from S1 to S2 and also from S2 to S1. Okay, just we will test the connectivity. We will ping from IT-PC1 to IT-PC2. So we'll go to this PC1 command prompt. We will ping to 192.168.10.11. And here we can see we get a request timed out. And here we cannot communicate from IT to this HR because they are in different subnet. So we have to configure either router on a stick inter-VLAN routing, or we have to configure inter-VLAN routing using multi-layer switch. So that we will see in the coming videos. Here we can see it's failed. Same way we can communicate from HR-PC1 to HR-PC2. 192.168.20.11. And we can see request timed out. It won't work because we have to make this link as trunking. Next we will see how to configure trunk. So we can see this switch S1 and S2 connected to G0/1. So in S1 G0/1 and in S2 G0/1. So we are going to configure trunking. We will go to S1 and here we can see that interface G0/1 is in a default VLAN. So we'll go to that interface conft interface G0/1, and here we are going to configure switch port mode trunk. So now this interface G0/1 will be trunking. Press enter. Here once we configure in one side, the other side also will become trunk automatically. That is called a DTP, Dynamic Trunking Protocol, which is enabled in Cisco switches by default. We will verify the configuration in S1. End. Copy run space start. Show interface trunk. And here we can see this port G0/1, its status trunking, and we can see mode is on because we configured manually. Also we can see encapsulation 802.1q, and here we can see native VLAN. Native VLAN is in default VLAN, that is VLAN 1. We can change this native VLAN, so we will see that in the next video. And here we can see allowed VLANs. Even we can edit these allowed VLANs here. So in this trunk, these VLANs, VLAN 1, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 are allowed. Now coming to S2, show interface trunk. And we can see here also this port G0/1 status trunking, and we can see native VLAN is in default VLAN 1, and here we can see its mode, it is in auto because automatically converted to trunking because of DTP, dynamic trunking protocol. And we can see encapsulation N-802.1q, so it's negotiated because we configured the other side as trunk. Next we will configure this trunking manually in this switch S2 also. Conf T, then we will go to interface G0/1 switch port mode trunk, end copy run space start. We can verify now, show interface trunk. Here we can see this port G0/1 is a trunking. It is in native VLAN, default VLAN 1. We can see now this mode is on because we configured manually. We configured trunk manually. And also we can see this encapsulation 802.1q. Now we will test the connectivity. We will ping from ITPC1 to ITPC2. Also we will ping from HRPC to this HRPC2. So coming to ITPC1 command prompt, ping to 192.168.10.11 and make sure that you get the replies. It's working. Now we will go to HR-PC1 and we will ping to HR-PC2. Ping 192.168.20.11 and to make sure that you get the replies. Here, even without configuring trunking, we can make it possible to communicate from this ITPC1 to ITPC2 and HRPC1 to HRPC2. Confused, right? It's simple. So here we have to add interfaces for each VLAN. So here we have two VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. That means we have two VLANs and we have to add two connections from S1 to S2. One is for VLAN 10 and one is for VLAN 20. And we have some limitations for this. Here we have a limited number of VLANs, but you think we have more number of VLANs, then we have to add more number of connections from S1 to S2, which is not possible practically, right? So anyway, just I will implement and I will show for this VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 without a trunk. I will remove this trunk. Here we are going to assign this port G0/1 on both switches S1 and S2 as access, and we are going to assign these ports to VLAN 10 so that this VLAN can communicate. I mean, this VLAN 10 can communicate to this VLAN 10 in this switch S2. Coming to G0/1, enable conf T. We will go to that interface G0/1. switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Then coming to S2, enable conft interface G0/1, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Now we are going to send a message from IT-PC1 to IT-PC2. So it will communicate because that frame will pass through this interface G0/1, because this G0/1 also in VLAN 10, and in S2 also G0/1 is in VLAN 10. So we'll go to IT-PC1 command prompt. So we can ping to 192.168.10.11, and here we can see they communicate. But the communication from HRPC1 to HRPC2 will fail because we don't have any trunk port here, or even we don't have any link or the ports which are not assigned to VLAN 20. So here we are going to add one more connection from S1 to S2. Click on S1, we will connect to gigabit Ethernet 0/2. In S2, we will connect to gigabit Ethernet 0/2. Now we will assign this port to the VLAN 20. So we'll go to interface G0/2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. Then coming to S2, interface G0/2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. Now we will try to ping between VLAN 20. Coming to HR-PC1 command prompt, ping 192.168.20.11, and here we can see we get the replies. So keep in mind this method is not suitable when we have a more number of VLANs. Also we may connect many edge devices to the switch. Hence they implemented trunk so that many tagged frames can pass from one switch to another switch. Okay, perfect. So that's all in this lab, configuring VLANs and trunking. Now, dear friends, if you get any doubt or any suggestions regarding this packet tracer activity, please comment below, or even you can contact our team. Details will get from the description below. Stay tuned. We will meet again with the next video. Thank you.